Good morning, beautiful sixth graders. I am so sorry that I could not be with you again today. My apologies, but you are in great hands with Mr. Service today. I just wanted to make this little video for you. It's nothing fancy, but just to get you through what we wanted to cover for your research. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your Easybib accounts. You won't need your iPads for the beginning part, just watch. And then after the video, you will go in and set up your account. You're going to be entering this coupon code. We'll talk about that in a minute. If you brought down your book that you checked out yesterday, you're going to be adding it to your bibliography. You might have time to look for additional books, and then the rest of the time you'll be at tables, two to a table like yesterday, working on and taking your notes of your topic. And we'll go forward from there. But let's just back up a minute and just talk about what is the difference between a bibliography and a biography. What I want you to do right now is just talk to the people, turn and talk to the people at your table. What is the difference between a bibliography and biography? I'll give you about 30 seconds. Go ahead and begin. All right, let's see. How did you do? A bibliography is a list of sources, books, websites, images, anything that you used for your research. You have to give credit to the author that created that information. You did not come up with this stuff. We had to get the help from others. And so you have to give credit to them where you found your information. This bibliography is a list of your sources. In seventh grade, you'll be doing a lot with it. Some places call it, or some scholars call it, a works cited page. Either one, they mean the same thing, a list of your sources. You'll start to see that in the creation tool that we use, it is put in alphabetical order. And Easybib is the tool that we are going to use today to create your bibliography. So again, a bibliography is a list of your sources. Whereas a biography, let's see how you did on this, a biography is a book or information about a person. It is written by another person. For instance, this book on Benjamin Franklin was written by Dennis Fraden. This book about Michelle Obama, someone wrote this article or biography about her. Not to be confused with an autobiography. If you see that right here, autobiography is written by someone about him or herself. So if I wrote my own autobiography, My Life at Lincoln Middle School, that is by me, about me, written by me. So that's the difference. Bibliography is the list, biography, book about someone's life. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head into creating our bibliography using Easybib as the tool to create it. And we're going to be, remember this coupon code here, Lincoln MSWI. So I'm going to just switch here. I have to go to the internet. So in a moment you'll be getting up your iPad and you have to go to edu.easybib.com. edu.easybib.com. And when you get into it, right away it'll ask you log in or sign up. Since we have not started yet, you haven't created accounts, you're going to hit sign up. This is where you're going to enter that coupon code, Lincoln MSWI. Be careful that you don't type in the other code if you see it on my screen. That was last year's code. And the reason you enter the code is we pay for the subscription, and because we pay for it, you're allowed to save all of your sources. If you don't put in this coupon code, everything you put in will be gone as soon as you close out of this site. So make sure you get that coupon code. If you know someone's absent, let them know. Username, just the front of your email, your school password, and again, repeat that horrible, terrible password. I know it's bad. So your username is the front of your email. So for instance, I might be L Watts and then your 3 numbers, whatever that might be. Make sure you double check it. Click save. Since I already have an account, I don't need to sign up. When you come in additional times, this is where you can then log in. Now I had logged in under my email. You can do email or just the front username. It's up to you, but whatever you do, just remember it. And then you enter your password. and you submit. And so what you do once you get into this, you start to have all of your projects that you save with an Easybib. It's interesting, my daughter who is off to college, she just called me as I'm making this video. She needed access to her Easybib account for her project. So whether you use it in 6th grade or 8th grade or even in college, you do have to cite your sources. So you might as well get used to it, guys, and get good at it. The first thing you're going to do here is click on New Project. Give it the project name, whatever your topic is. If your topic is about guinea pigs, if your topic is about cultures, whatever it might be. I'll pretend that mine's on guinea pigs since we have one at our house. Choosing the subject, you can leave that blank or you can put whatever you want to on it, depending on if it fits. Literature, leave it blank, doesn't matter. What are you writing about? I suggest just leaving that blank for now. But when you get into higher classes, like in 8th grade, you might be doing a project for science class and you might be doing a different project for your writing class. So you might have multiple subjects going. But right now, we just have the one. Our default style, we use MLA, and you can do the newest version 8. It doesn't matter, 7 or 8. My daughter called. She's using APA. If you talk to some of your student teachers, ask them what they use. What style do they use? Some use Chicago, but in lacrosse, we just use MLA. That stands for Modern Language Association. You don't have to memorize that, but that's just what that means. All of these other ones are different citation styles that colleges use. But again, we just use MLA. And then click on Create. And what it does is it starts to bring up, okay, here are all of the projects that I have going. In here, you'll notice Bibliography. Within Easybib, they have it nice. You could take notes within here. You could actually write your paper in here. We'll focus on those another day. Today, we're just going to focus on this Bibliography part of it. Now, again, this is the tool that starts to create your bibliography. So if you use any websites, you would click on this tab. Books, videos, and so on. This is a big one we'll be talking about tomorrow, the different 58 options. There's all kinds of different items that you could use for a research project. Again, my daughter's in college. She'll use a lot of these. We're not going to make it that complicated for you, but just know all of these different ways are ways people gather information. Today we're just going to focus on book because you gathered a book yesterday. Make sure you click on the right tab. And when you do that, it'll make it pretty easy for you. Let me go back to my slide. I want to show you something that will help you. On the back of a book, let's say this is one of my books that I was going to be using here. I was going to be using this culturally and linguistically responsive teaching and learning. It was the only book I could find at home because I'm doing this from home for you. But this is the book that I used in my research. I have to give credit that the author gave me information. On the back of the book, so flip the book over, and you find what's called an ISBN. It's on the back. It looks like a barcode. That stands for International Standard Book Number. Every single book that's published in the world has its own unique identification number. It's on the back of the book. Now, notice it's next to ISBN with the dashes. Do not get it confused with these numbers on the bottom. All right, so the number's on the top. And what that means is if you can find an ISBN number, it makes it so much easier for you to add the information into the Easybib account. So I'm going to start typing in that number. If I type it in 978-142-580, I know it's kind of a pain, 866. So if you type it in, you don't need the dashes. And then if you just click on Cite It, it says we're gathering information. And of course, I typed it in wrong. So let me erase it and let's try it again. 978. If you get that, try typing it again because it should. I just checked it earlier and it did find it. So 6866. Cross your fingers. Let me go back here. If that happens, just go back to your bibliography, guinea pigs, and type it in again. I think because see how I had that dash in there? So make sure you don't have any extra numbers or letters that you have. It says we're gathering it. And then it'll give you different ones. I don't know why these other ones popped up, but make sure you read it. Find the one that has the title you want, culturally and linguistically responsive, and if you hit Cite This. So what they do is they make it so easy for you. They say, hey, hot dog, look what I found. I found all of these things. And you have to click on Continue to the Final Step. And it gives you all of this information. What's the source type? What's culturally responsive? But now notice that it's coming in as a website, and that's why we had an error. And this is what a lot of time kids will come in and they're like, oh, wait, it isn't finding it. Because if you notice, here's what I did wrong. I didn't do book, but I clicked on the website tab. So if you get weird things like that, you've got to go back into your projects, and then you have to go back in and remember, click on the book tab. I'm not citing a website. I've got to do a book. And a lot of kids will do that. They'll do it incorrectly, and then they get all wacky information on it. So let me try it again. There. Now I just have one book that comes up. It matches my title. And if I hit Cite This, they'll say, okay, do you have all of this information? Yes. Continue to the final step. Okay, I'm doing the book. Here's the title. Here's the publication, where I got it. This is the year the book was published. That's what all of that information means. And if I hit Create Citation, then finally, hooray, here's your new citation. And they start to put it into the list. And as you add more citations, the list will get longer and longer. Right now, I only have one in here. But according to Mrs. Bardseth, you guys are going to have at least 3, 1 book and 2 other sources. So your bibliography will have 3 items in it. All right, so what your next job is, you are going to, as soon as the video is done, you are going to go to edu.easybib.com. You're going to sign up for an account and put in this coupon code. Continue to do that. Cite any book that you have down. Continue to find additional books in the library if you hadn't found everything you needed yesterday. You can request books. She should have gone over that with you yesterday. If not, let me know and we'll go over it later. And then again, you will spread out and work. Make sure you are excellent scholars. Use your time wisely today. And I will meet with you again on Friday. We'll go over any questions that you have from the week. Have a great day, my great researchers. Take care.